The other point is this stereotypical view of people, simplistic way of describing people just by seeing their color, their skin color, their accent, and characterizing them as being in a box, right? Once we have that, which society teaches us, and like you said, nobody is born like that, and people use that when they're in a hurry, because I don't have the time. See, the mind is like a map, right? Like you haven't been to Japan. You didn't tell me that you've been to Japan, right? And I have not been to Japan, but you have your Japan in your mind, because the mind cannot allow those gaps. I have my Japan in my mind. The day I will land in Japan, I will see something different, but I cannot go without having some Japan in my mind. So when we don't know much about people, we draw that map, which is ignorant, which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us about. That is in our mind. And when we are in a hurry, or we are angry, or we are anxious, we use that stereotypical view to treat them, right? The moment you see somebody in your neighborhood that you don't know much about, you think, oh, something is wrong. Then your mind goes straight to the things that you've been hearing, and then you stereotype them and get the police or get your gun or do something about it, right? That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, he said, فَتَبَيَّنُوا, verify. That is the base of everything, verify. Before you take the first step, verify. فَتُصْبِحُوا, أَن تُصِيبُوا قَوْمًا بِجَهَالَةٍ فَتُصْبِحُوا عَلَى مَا فَعَلْتُمْ نَادِمِينَ. So you don't affect people ignorantly, and then you become regretful, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a racist. I'm sorry I did that, right? Without verifying. So it's very important I think you made very important points there, that we should take our time and go. If everybody, Muslim or non-Muslim, really see, like you mentioned the last sermon of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet Muhammad, just go read those words. Every leader, every great person who has read those words sincerely has said something great about those words. Just read them as a human being. You don't have to be a Muslim. Right? How to treat each other, how to treat women, how to look at one another, right? What to care for. So we are in this situation where we really need to return to spirit. But again, when I say return to spirit, you can't devise your own way about your spirit. Everybody is saying, I'm spiritual. Yes, we are all. But you can't devise your own way, because you cannot devise your own car. You cannot put water where oil needs to go just because it is your car. Because if you do that, your car won't run. But because it's your soul, which you don't understand, you know less about your soul than you know about your car, but you think you can do with your soul what you want. If we want to know how our soul should be guided, we should go to the divine guidance. That is the only source, because nobody can tell you what the soul is except the one who created it.
Do I feel that the New York police are providing enough protection, or do I have to have protection of my own? I look for protection from Allah.